Put my gloves on. Wow. 28 minutes for the bus. God damn. 28 minutes for the bus. So 27 minutes for the bus. Am I really supposed to wait that long? Anyway. My hello replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. Good to see you, Dan Harsman, first one in the room. And DeBailey out there in London, welcome. Charlings Morris, welcome. And Eric Mendoza, buenvenidos. Claudio Olementri, welcome. And Nebul, welcome. Din, good to see you. Sally Skipico, welcome. Juice Golden, welcome. Michelle K, welcome. Welcome to Seagate here in Coney Island. Let's walk out to the beach because the security guard's giving me a dirty look. That's what they do around here. Good to see you there, Michelle King. Good to see you, Lee. Good to see you, Carlos. Good to see you, Helena. Everything is well. No snow at all. No snow at all. Run. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Dave Jeffries. Hello. All right, guys. Not even raining anymore. Not even raining. No need to be sorry. Do I look like OJ? The juice is loose, man. Hey, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Fucking security guard give me a dirty ass fucking look. He thought I was gonna like live stream inside the fucking gate. Anyway, good to see you, Michelle. Good to see you, Stephanie. Good to see everybody, people. Dream Villain, hello, I'm doing great. So many things to talk about. Let's walk down the boardwalk. It might snow by the time we end this, but I doubt it. Polar bears were. The weather's a scam, like everything. The government taxes, it's all a fucking scam. Got fog in North Carolina, Betty. That's why it's probably not snowing here. It's because y'all got fog. Brad Pittless snowing in Philly, nice. So, did you like that, Spike? I appreciate that, Spike. Just audit his ass, I know, right? I don't do such things on this channel. I could be lighthearted. Yeah, I know TikTok is back. Good to see you, Sarah C. It was snowing in Kentucky. Oh, okay. Yeah, around 7, 10 o'clock, I saw that, Sal. I saw that. Damien, hello. Jade Chulo, hello. Don't these people know that they shilled for a foreign adversary and they played themselves hard? I mean, for real, people. Let me not go into it because I'll cancel myself to the 3 people. All publicity stunt? I think so, JR. I think so. Good to see Indians exposed and Neil Gale out there in England. Welcome to West 37th Street, the West End here in Coney. We're gonna walk down to Surf. Walk down to Stillwell Avenue. I'm walking to Surf now. Meet up with the Duchess, and I'm gonna get me a coffee. Yes, indeed. Run. Yes, indeed. Darwin, hello. Good to see everybody, people. JR, hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday. Is it the last day of democracy? Stay tuned and find out, everybody. Stay tuned and find out. Good to see you, Rose. Welcome. No snow. No snow, Lisa. No snow. It's actually kind of warm out here, which is crazy. Good to see you, Wilbs, driving that Northern Line. Good to see you, Rose. Good to see you, Susan Berry. Good to see everybody, people. Let's take a walk along the boardwalk and chat. Because I told you guys I was going to be outside. And I don't want to renege on that. Good to see you there, Phyllis. Yeah, TikTok may be back, but Periscope can make a comeback. Periscope ain't never coming back. Elon lied to a lot of Periscopers. Yeah, are you getting that 6 to 8? I think now I'm going to revise my forecast, and it's going to be maybe 1 to 3 inches for here in New York City. It is going to come later. They say 7 o'clock now, but I don't believe it. because I literally just looked at the radar and I'm like, there's a lot of dry air and it's warm. Oh, he's gonna bring back Vine? Good. Good, we need 5-second videos. We need 5-second videos. Good to see RJ out there in Colorado. Coming back January 6th, cronies. Nice. Awesome. Enjoy. Hope you have a fun time here in New York. So much shit to rant about. I made so many enemies today. I really don't care. I ain't gonna lie. I really don't care. You wish, a lot of people signed a petition to bring Periscope back. It's Twitter Live now. They still use the same video code from 2018. Good to see you, Rudd, out there in Amsterdam. I know, Indians. I'm very grateful for that. You'll be back in 5? All right. We'll be here until 5 o'clock. Good to see you from Romania. Hey guys, can I show you guys a scam? Amazing stream? Okay, keep up the good work. Okay, Christian, thank you. Haters should go fuck themselves. That's right, Neil. I appreciate that, Rose. I know nobody uses Twitter Live. No, because it sucks. You want to see? Can I show you guys a scam? They have been working on this fucking gate for the last 8 months. It is not some architectural marvel of engineering. It's just a very simple gate. Who is fucking making money off this thing? Somebody is making money off this nonsense right now. Anyway, you want Periscope back, Nibble? Not for the same reason? All right. I know, Lauren, you're right. Christian Sanchez wants to know, did anyone watch the Harry Potter movie? Dude, if you want to talk about the Harry Potter movie, start your own live stream. Believe me, when it's time to distract the public, I will be the first one to fucking do it. Let's talk about frivolous shit, people. That doesn't matter. You know people are starving within a mile of your fucking house? Spend some time at the food pantry, Christian Sanchez, please. Good to see you, Cats. Good to see you, John Burke. George from Romania. Well, a lot of Romanians tuning on in. No snow. It's quiet out here, though. It's nice. Yeah, is this a Harry Potter free zone? We're not here to talk about Harry Potter and if you watched the movies end or not. Christian Sanchez, have you watched The Face in the Crowd from 1957? Probably not. There are movies made in 1957? Let me go back to my cylinder music, please, for the love of God. Good to see you, Damien. Exactly. We take care of each other. That's right, Madam Mojo. Good to see you. Good to see you there, KF Designs. Welcome to the boardwalk here in Coney Island. If we're lucky, we'll see a little bit of a sunset, but I doubt it. It's not even raining. And it's warm. This is definitely not... Looking at these clouds right now, this is not conductive to snow. There is going to be no snow here. How's the wind chill? It's not that cold. Good to see you from Poland. It's night there. Wow! Time zones, latitudes, longitudes. It's amazing. Wow, it's nighttime in Poland. Wow. What a concept. Yeah, Andy Griffith, baby. Jeff Ace, good to see you. Yeah, I think if you've never seen A Face in the Crowd, if you've never seen that movie's definitely very pivotal. And I know that's a big word for some of you people. That movie is very pivotal in how I conduct myself here on social media. Good to see you, for reals. Yeah, right, JW? JW, I was talking about the TikTok ban, which now TikTok is unbanned. Right? No fucking way. Wow, it's 11 o'clock over there. Awesome. Time zones. It's amazing. You're 3 hours away. Looks like you're in a snow globe. Well, you're a lot north from me, Rose. So you're up there in upstate New York. Oh, here we go with all the time checks now. Good to see you, Fawn Marie. Welcome. It's a little chilly out here, but not cold enough for snow. It's 2:20 in the morning in India right now. Wow. Time zones. I know the world is not flat. It's a disc. Crazy, right? It's nighttime in Finland. Wow. I'm just learning about, after my 40-something years on this planet, I'm just starting to learn the concept of time zones. No, I'm not. Fun fact, I used to keep 3 clocks on my mantle. So I had like European time, New York time, and West Coast time. I used to keep that all the time. But one of your favorite movies? Absolutely, Marion Rose. Good to see you. You got snow now, a lot of it? Awesome. You met a flat earther in real life. Was amazed me too. I met a few flat earthers in my time. They're hilarious. They're funny. Still sunny in France. Is that a movie? Is that a TV show? It's sunny in France. You're waiting for the snow on Long Island. It like drizzled before, right? Good to see you there. It's midnight somewhere. Yeah, I used to do that. Lisa. I used to keep 3 clocks on my mantle. Yeah, it's 3:53 here in New York. In America, it's better and warmer. It depends on where you are in America. It's cold here, and we're in New York City, so it's cold here. It's supposed to snow today, but it never snowed. It's a French version of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Exactly. I know, Rose. I know. You got different time zones on your phone? Nice. Pour me something tall and strong. Make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 10:30 and I don't care. It's 5 p.m. somewhere. Wow, there you go, Eric. Wow, what a statement, Eric. Eric, are you really the great dude? Eric, if you have those kind of notions, you should start your own live stream. Good to see you there, David Bangor, Maine. Build a snowman with water. It's starting to rain again. Very lightly. Anyway. If you have an amazing notion about something, some kind of conspiracy, or maybe trying to teach us something, I highly recommend you start your own live stream and not try to piggyback off of the community that I've created over the last 9 years. I will stay warm as easy. I am already warm. I'm already warm. I could build a snowman with sand, but then would it be called a snowman? It'd be called a Sandman, and I know the Sandman. He's doing great. His name is William. William Sandman. He used to do these amazing sand sculptures here in Coney. He used to run the Cyclone back in the day, and he used to also paint the front of the Cyclone back in the day. Look forward to my live every day. I appreciate that, Cass. I am really proud of the community I have fostered here online. I really am, because I think a lot of you guys understand why. Whatever happened to William Hung? I don't know. That's a question for the Google. We've had William Sandman on the live stream before in the past, so if you go digging around, you could probably find him. Even though I have a lot of videos. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, ski kayaker. Robojack's out there in London. Good to see you. I wish I was out here showing you guys snow, but there's no snow out here. There is no snow. There's no snow. It's actually kind of raining a little bit right now. But I mean, I think a lot of you guys understand. Am I going to go live tomorrow? Maybe not. I am planning on having a museum day with the Duchess. I want to take her to the Metropolitan Museum of Art tomorrow because one of my favorite paintings is on display. It's been, the gallery that the painting's been in has been closed for the last 5 years. It's one of my favorite paintings. It's a Jackson Pollock painting. It's massive. And I can't wait to see it. You'll take the sand over snow any day? Yeah, I only rely on YouTube and Instagram myself. Good to see you, Kirk. Oh, do you think I was the other guy? Awesome. It's like sleeting a little bit. It's like sleeting and raining. Funny vibe today. You guess you missed something early on. Yeah, I know we did a live stream about the TikTok being banned, and now it's reinstated. Don't these people realize they were literally played by a foreign adversary? And now, a politician, which a lot of these people supposedly hated and loathed, is now their savior? Ugh. What fools these mortals be! Anyway, good to see you there, Dwayne. People literally played themselves online today. And I know this is a very controversial take, but I'm at the point right now where it's like I really don't give a shit. Like my glasses, appreciate that. Beverly, good to see you. These are knockoff Ray-Bans. Good to see you, Ken. Oh, really? I've never seen that. No. Have I seen the sculpture Lilith? I'm going to have to check that out. I plan on spending like a nice long day in the Met tomorrow with the Duchess, and it's going to be a roller coaster the next 4 years. How about the next 4 days? Yeah, you know, Lornu, yeah. Oh, the Jackson Pollock movie with Ed Harris was very disappointing. I remember that. How did our parents do without it? Well, you mean, internet is... I could remember a time when I didn't have internet, and I kind of now, as of late, I yearn for those days. In these days of trending topics and going viral, you know, I guess in a weird way, social media is maybe the last bastion of free press. So let's see how long that lasts. The Met is closed on I think it's Thursday, Stephanie. Wednesday or Thursday, the Met is closed. The Met will be open tomorrow, but they may have modified hours because it is Martin Luther King Day. So it was simpler back then. Life was calmer without social media. Things took longer to get to the public. Ideas. The days of the skip-it toilet, okay. The no internet days were great. You put an album, read a magazine, put a record on the timetable or on the turntable, read a magazine. I think now looking back on it more and more, I think life was better before the social media. And I don't know, I guess stupidity reigns supreme. The mob mentality can be accessed through a little candy bar device we call a phone. You know what I mean? 4 channels on the TV. I'm starting to yearn it more and more. I really am. I'm starting to look back on it. You know, back in my day, a gigabyte was a gigabyte. And now these kids play around with gigs like it's candy. We did it all without cell phones. We got so much accomplished before cellular technology. And you know, I love watching I love watching the AT&T archives here on YouTube, and they talk about this emerging cell phone technology, and it's all going to bring us closer together. When now, in actuality, I feel like it's driving us all apart. You know what I mean? Blame the parents. Memory was better. I know, right? We remembered phone numbers. I appreciate that, Jan. We need to turn around and educate the youngsters. I mean, that's my mission here on YouTube. So, good to see you, Mr. Metalhead. Oh, is it snowing up by where you are? It's like drizzling right now. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Handwriting was better. Even though my handwriting was terrible. It is all about money now, and it's sad. Because there are things more important than likes and clicks and shares and money. That's why I try to strive to do here on my YouTube. Good to see you, Diana. Yeah, I love seeing movies of cities. You know, I love seeing old footage of New York City and seeing people walking around in beautiful dresses, suits and ties, hats. You know what I mean? Music was better. The 90s was the last decade of real good music. Then after that, it started going to shit. There's that, you ever see that South Park episode where all the music sounds like, you know, I think we're there now. 10 people on the phone line. That's right, Bill. You know what the thing is? You know what the thing is, though? If we really collectively put our minds to it, we can bring it back. You realize that? We can bring it all back. And now better than ever. I mean, we could have video conferencing now. We can bring it back if we want to. But unfortunately for a lot of people that involves work, and who the fuck wants to work? Who the fuck wants to do homework? But we can bring it all back. Oh, auto-tuned ruined everything. I blame Cher for that shit. I cringe every time that, do you believe in life after love? I cringe every time that song comes on. You know what's funny, Run. I think maybe Matt Groening is a time traveler. And maybe he saw some shit that, you know, we have yet to experience. Hip-hop from the 80s and 90s was great. Bring back encyclopedias. Bring back freestyle. That's right, Chris. Take me in your arms. Remember, guys, the power. Remember this before they start censoring me online and I become persona non grata on the internet here. The power is in our hands. Remember that. You have the power. Nicolas, good to see you. They did ruin a lot of movie with stupid remixes. Yes, they did. But I mean, it's all within our own power. Yeah, freestyle opera. Gotta bring it to fruition, JR. We could make it happen. We could make it happen. You know, bring back the box when you had to wait for your music video after you dial a 3-digit number. Listen, personal CDs are great. I still have my personal CDs. You know, yeah, it's fun to see those old videos, Dwayne. It is. Diana Lee, you never know, Diana. We have a new regime coming in tomorrow. And I don't know if I'll be, I think I may be a foe to the dear leader and his policies. Remember waiting in line for concert tickets? That was the ticket master of the day. We would have to wait in line in the cold, in the rain. And I yearn for that now. Go figure. I yearn for having to wait outside now for a possibility to buy a ticket. Buy the book. I miss the olden times too. Buy the book. Good to see you. Not moving to Canada? Yeah, I'm not moving to Canada. I'm holding down the fort here in New York. I ain't going nowhere. No Starbucks everywhere, right? The Columbia Music House buying all those CDs for a penny. It is cold, Liam. It is cold. But we could bring it all back. We could bring it all back if we really wanted to. We could bring it back. And because of this thing called the internet, make it better. Make it better than ever. You know, I think probably one of the best things about the internet that I love is that I could watch all my old TV shows. A lot of stuff that's not available on streaming apps. I love my City Pop live stream where they play all these nice records from the 70s and 80s and hearing music I've never heard before. And then when I look up the music, It's not available on Spotify. It's not available on YouTube. I gotta go to some blog somewhere and manually download the album. You missed those IBM computer discs? Was it really, whoever really paid the penny, right? Did you send in the check after you get the CDs? You're not going to post the office to pay your bills? Yeah. Remember going to the post office to go pay your bills? Right? You never paid, right? I'm still waiting on, JW3, have you heard about that? That the Ed McMahon Publishers Clearinghouse, that was like a Mandela effect. It didn't really happen, but for some reason we all collectively remember it happening. All right, bring back the TVs with the huge back. That's right, Deb. Yeah, now you could read books. Now you could have books read to you instead of reading them. That's true. Yeah, little sparks come together, and they will make a mighty light. It'll be cool to go back in time travel. I always thought about that, Dwayne. I always thought about time traveling back to Coney Island back in the day. I always thought about doing that. You know. Yeah, a lot of CDs are hard to find on CD Universe. There you go. Snow coming my way? Not really, Dante. Not now. Not now. It's actually raining right now. Very lightly. I want to see Coney Island in 1907. I want to see Coney Island in 1955. I would give anything, and I know this sounds crazy, I would give anything to see Steeplechase Park close. I've read so many accounts of what it was like when Steeplechase Park closed. I was here for the closing of Astroland Park. You could actually see it on this YouTube channel. I took videos of that. And I guess that was a little bit of an idea of what it was like. The changing of the guard. Snowing in northeast Pennsylvania. Nice. Like to see Ellis Island. There you go. Getting a nice amount. Good. Yeah, it should be snowing right now, but it's not. It's raining. Good to see you, Mike. Back outside, Susan. Back outside to show you guys that it is not snowing. It is not snowing. Want to come to New York soon? Come on out. We ain't going anywhere. I miss Astroland too. I miss Astroland. I don't miss the Joe Sit version of Dreamland. That's one thing I don't miss. That was a depressing year. Vida, good to see you from Brazil. Yeah, it was raining last night and literally switched over. Nice. Nice. But remember that we could bring the good days back again. Us old people can do that again. We could bring it back if we really wanted to, but we all have to stick together and work and cooperate together. You like reading books, but your only book you don't like reading? Didge book, like holding the real thing in your hand. Okay. Middle-aged too, gotta be kind. Yes, indeed. New York City is awesome. I appreciate that, Dwayne. Oh my gosh, Susan, 64 World's Fair. I have read so many stories and watched so many films and videos about the 64 World's Fair. I'll give anything to see it. I would love to ride Futurama too. We can bring it back. Yeah, right? Why spin records the old way? Why you spin records the old way? To bring it back. You're more than welcome, Diana. Shaman Zito, good to see you. Yeah, exactly, it's true. You got to beware of viewing the past in rose-colored glasses. That's true. Because there was a lot of injustice going on back then. There were a lot of problems. Wow, work and cooperation is something the old farts know how to do. Ain't that the truth, Betty? Those were the days. But you know, getting back to what I was talking about earlier today, about the TikTok ban, is that we have to stop focusing on the macro. We have to start focusing on the big picture. Why are certain things happening certain ways? Why are people making their decisions in certain ways? What are the influences behind that? Phillips Candy, yes, Staten Island. Yeah, it is nice. I miss Phillips Candy also. Kids text their parents instead of calling. Ain't that the truth? It's all about money, people. But, you know, there's so many things going on in the world. Andy S says tacos. There you go. All about tacos, people. Yeah, Grandma told you about the 39 World's Fair. Yeah, fascinating times from the Great Depression to World War II. That was a weird time. You know, that's why I always strive for learning about history, because I want to learn. I love to learn how people lived. I like to learn how people coped. And I guess this is just how I've been taught and how I've been brought up. I need perspective. Hello there, Joe. I need perspective. You always have to put yourself in other people's shoes in order to put everything into perspective. Diana Lee with a £5 super chat. Diana Lee, thank you so much for the very generous £5 super chat. Thanks for joining today's £5 club. Much, 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 much appreciated with a big £5 super chat. Thank you so much, Diana. Angelina Cruz, welcome. But yeah, we have to, in this day and age, it's more important than ever to fight against misinformation. Because it is all out there, baby. It is all out there. There are people making money off of misguiding you, the public. It was a lot quieter. There you go, Andy. But it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, people need to use common sense. People need to think for themselves. I think that's sorely lacking nowadays, is people simply thinking critically for themselves. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Dwayne. I think that's the biggest problem right now, is nobody thinks for themselves anymore, unfortunately. And I'll be the last person to tell you that, you should always agree with me, because no, you should not. You should take what I say with a grain of salt and make up your own opinion. And there's nobody critically thinking anymore. Nobody critically thinks anymore, it feels like. Everyone just takes, a good majority of the public just take what's given to them without questioning anything. Drives me fucking crazy. Good to see you, Cake 813. Welcome. To surround yourself with information that only makes you feel good. No. You have to if you really want to learn something in the world, you're going to have to make yourself feel uncomfortable. You're going to have to hear things you're not going to like or agree with. That's the generation we live in, JW3. Oh, people are always voting against their own best interests. Exactly. I agree that we should not always agree. Exactly. But people do need to do their homework. Constantine Peru says, go to work! How about you go to work, Constant? Why are you watching me then? You gotta tell me to fucking go to work? Who the fuck are you? Maybe I don't work on fucking Sundays. How about that? You gotta tell me to fucking go to work. Who the fuck are you? What makes you so fucking special? Good to see you, little baby. It's sad to say others stop caring. Yes, unfortunately people do, dear Joe. He's from North Korea. I can't take you seriously. Go fuck yourself. From North Korea. It's some 14-year-old kid who stopped playing Fortnite for 12 fucking minutes and he's bored, so he has to say stupid shit on my motherfucking live stream. How about you go to work? Stop living off of mommy and daddy. Fuck out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, on Sundays, some of us don't go to fucking work. We have to help each other out, people. There's much bigger fish to fry in this universe than simply trolling. Never seen me mad? I'm not mad. I was being annoyed. Big difference. Big difference. I love when I really get to these deep conversations and then you have these people who try to like hijack the stream because they need attention, because their mommy and daddy stick them in front of an iPad for 18 hours a day and nobody even acknowledges them. And then some moron fucking live streamer in New York City, 4,000 miles away, actually acknowledges them more than their own parents and family. That's the problem with society right now. Good to see you there, Busy and Gabby. Good to see you. That's another problem with society that we're having right now. There's a lot of people who are not acknowledged by their closest loved ones. They're stuck in front of a computer, in front of an iPad, and people like me have to acknowledge them. You blocked them yourself, Busy. I appreciate that. And Betty! Wow, Betty! Betty with a $20 super chat. Betty! Thank you so much for the very generous $20 super chat. Thanks for joining today's $20 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $20 super chat. Betty, I'm glad you enjoy this much that you're willing to part with $20 of your hard-earned money. I really do appreciate that, Betty. I wish I could have given you more snow, but unfortunately we don't have any. Did it stop raining? I think it stopped raining. Thank you so much, Betty. Good to see you, Kelson. You get to walk and ride, living through history every day. And I appreciate that. What an honor. I appreciate that. Acknowledge Roman Reigns. There you go. Did I ever hear of the world of t-shirts? Okay, so I'll talk about Josh Block. Josh Block, world of t-shirts, which, by the way, had a doozy of a live stream last night. He is almost the epitome of everything that's wrong with TikTok. TikTok has created something that I've never seen before. A phenomena that I have never encountered before ever in my life. And that is a platform, a social media platform, where people root for the destruction of the content creator. It's one thing to have people like me be out here in the cold and in the snow trying to make you guys laugh, but it's another thing to cheer on somebody self-harming themselves in the name of comedy. And here you have an autistic 20-something-year-old kid constantly drinking, and TikTok is back, unfortunately. And this poor kid is self-harming himself. He is trolled mercilessly by frat boy bro assholes in the street all the time. And people think it's kind of funny. It is truly disgusting, it's disturbing, and it's everything that's wrong with TikTok. In China, TikTok helps educate children. Here in the United States, TikTok helps divide the public and then create a self-harm echo chamber, which will ultimately destroy the creator. And I have seen so many people destroy themselves on TikTok now, whether it be through drugs or alcohol or domestic violence. And only TikTok has fostered that. Mr. Beast is a murderer. Mr. Beast is a murderer. What's his name? Jason Itzler. He's a murderer. Jason Itzler, Mr. Beast, and also Jack Doherty, because he was there yesterday too. If you guys saw yesterday's live stream, where Joshua Block got together with Mr. Beast and what's his name? Oh, the child who I want to punch his face. That is a group of people. Imagine if you're trying to be cool and interesting and having no real friends. That's what that is. That's what that is. Mr. Beast is a person who probably never had any real friends his whole life. And here he is with that fucking child, and he's trying to be all cool and yeah, and it's amazing. they're not beloved by anybody. They don't have real friends. I feel bad for Joshua Block because he doesn't have any real friends. People think being a friend is giving you more drink. And by the way, I used to be a raging alcoholic. You know how depressing I look at that kid's TikTok? You know how depressing that is for me as a former alcoholic? It's so goddamn depressing. Good to see you, Steelheart. Good to see you there, Activity 79. I know, that's why you never use TikTok. Angela, whenever I look at TikTok, I get turned off. Because it's what the Chinese government wants, which is misinformation and misdirection. They want you to look at content that doesn't make you think. They just want you to mindlessly consume. And there are a lot of forces, not just TikTok, which reinforce this kind of pattern of just constantly consuming shit without no real benefit to the user. I do laugh at people who get their news on TikTok. I actually feel bad for those people. I really do. But Jason Itzler? That is somebody who's trying to be so cool and fails every time miserably. The only way Mr. Based gets friends is if he pays for it. Think about that. If your only friends are only there because they're going to get paid, are they really your friends? But then again, I think about before Mr. Based became Mr. Based here on the internet nowadays. You know, he ran a call girl operation called New York Confidential. How many women's lives, or even men also, how many people's lives did he ruin before the internet? How many people's lives he ruined before he went to prison? Good to see you, Lorraine. Listen, whether he killed Julia is neither here nor there. He was in the fucking apartment. Did Zoltan do it? Probably. But what I say about Mr. Based and everything that's going on the internet, all the information is there. It's all there. All there. All you got to do is look for it. All you got to do is look for it. All the pieces are there. All the building blocks for this horrible situation that happened in Miami are there. But like anything in the world, unfortunately, guys, and I hate to say this, you got to do your homework. And we're not going to go into the Mr. Based Julia Solmick. I always forget her last name. I'm not going to go into the details of that story. There's a great channel here on YouTube, Alex Novell. He did a great documentary about it recently, about Mr. Based and Joshua Block and the whole murder thing that happened years ago. And please watch that. There are tons of videos about that on here. And it's beginning to snow finally. I know, it's easy. Exactly, Busy. It's easy for them to be reckless with somebody else's life. And here is this person profiting off of the self-destruction of a young 20-something-year-old kid. Is it really comedy to see somebody constantly guzzling down drinks? I have to admit, though, it is kind of funny when Joshua Block records some music. That is kind of funny, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes that's really hilarious. But to watch somebody drink themselves into oblivion, that's not comedy. That's not entertainment. This whole fascination with nihilism is getting to be just too much. He will be better off on his own. He would probably stop drinking on his own. He probably would. But unfortunately, Mr. Based is a master manipulator. And I think this is the problem with social media and all that stuff right now, is that you have master manipulators manipulating the algorithm and the perception of somebody's persona. I try to be as authentic as possible when I turn on this goddamn phone here. I try to be as authentic as possible for you guys. I don't want to put on an act. I do put on an act, but you know what I mean. But if there's one thing I don't want to do is, I guess, get the clout, the internet, social media clout off of the self-destruction of another human being. You know, Busy, a lot of people have said that. And I guess that's because I have a conscience. There's not too many creators like myself. There's a few of us out here. That's why we don't get too many views. That's why we don't get too many subscribers. Because, let's be honest, the algorithm, it promotes stupidity. But yeah, these are snowflakes on my jacket. It's beginning to snow finally. Finally, we got snow. By now, we should have like a couple of inches on the ground. And it is so warm that it's not sticking, by the way. It's not sticking at all. There's bigger fish to fry, people. There's bigger fish to fry. Snowing in Manhattan now. Why, is walking commuter still on? Is he showing the snow? You have about 5 inches. Nice. The algorithm does suck, but the algorithm's there for a purpose. The fog has lifted. There you go, Betty. I appreciate that, Betty. I appreciate that. But let's focus on the big picture, ladies and gentlemen, please. We only get one chance at this life we are given. I always keep on thinking about, you know, like, how are people going to view my videos after I'm dead? I'm always thinking about that. You know, I wonder if, let's say, God forbid, I were to untimely, you know, you actually shocked I knew the job. So here's the deal, Dante. Fun fact, I actually know Michael Quinn. I actually know Michael Quinn. I'm not going to go into the details of how I know Michael Quinn. From the neighborhood here in Coney. But I actually know Michael Quinn, and I stumbled into the whole Josh Block lore. I literally stumbled into it. I had no idea. I know TikTok is back on, Rose. Congratulations. I got dandruff here. Good to see you, Patrick. But I still watch Nelson Sullivan videos. Me too. You heard that name from the documentary? Oh, boy. That's somebody who clout chases. I kind of feel bad for the guy sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I know when he saw me and a Duchess one day, he acted weird. He looked at me weird. You know, you get a beautiful girl on your arm, and sometimes people act weird, especially when they're not getting laid. So, wow, big flakes are falling now. It's chilly out here. It's snowing finally. So now we got to say, oh, we got to see a little bit of snow. But I always think about, how are people going to view my videos after I'm dead? If I were to unexpectedly die in a few days, how would people view me? How would people, and I worry about that. Am I going to be viewed in a positive or negative light? And I hope it'll be positive. I hope it'll be somewhat positive. Good to see you there, sunshine. It is wonderful outside. It's kind of warm out here still. I wonder how the world's going to be in 15, 20 years. I always think about that. Good to see you, Sabine. The simple-minded do not get it. No, I agree. I appreciate that, Sabine. I appreciate those kind words. A lot of people don't get what I do. And those are most likely very simple-minded people. Well, the banning of TikTok, I'm gonna tell you this. I know. I think I'm gonna live until my 90s. I think the whole banning of TikTok was a kind of a litmus test for the Chinese government to see how much will the regular average American shill for the CCP party. And what I've realized, what I think a lot of us, kind of creative-minded people, critical-minded people think, is that a lot of people over the last 24 hours shilled for the Chinese government. Unknowingly. Because I understand why people like TikTok. I get that. Good to see you, Joanne. I get it. I get why people, it's their main platform. And by the way, if it's your main platform, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You got to diversify. You got to get on YouTube. You got to get on the Instagram. You got to get on all that shit. There's a reason why I think critical-minded people don't use TikTok. And that is because we see TikTok, critical-minded thinking people. Critical-minded people. And diversity is not a weakness. It's a strength. I've seen that. I've seen people say that a lot. That this is what happens with diversity. This is what happens. No, diversity is a strength. Because if you truly want to be a strong society, wouldn't you want to get the perspective of other people from other parts of the earth? I'm always watching videos from people in India and Sri Lanka and Japan and China and I listen to music from Indonesia. Oh, absolutely not. Look at your name. Hold on. I can't take you seriously with a username of White Indian 420. Can't take that seriously. Into the bathroom you go. I can't take that seriously. Strength always comes in numbers and numbers. Strength always comes in numbers and perspective. When you get a perspective of a whole bunch of different people, diversity, and especially for the United States, diversity is our greatest strength. It is. Believe me, New York wouldn't be around. New York wouldn't be the place it is if it wasn't for our diversity and our numbers. 8 million people, almost 9 million people. There's a reason people want to come here. There's a reason why people never want to leave here. Good to see you, Danette. We're getting a little deep here. We're getting a little deep here with the conversation today. This is why we got to think critically. We got to think for ourselves, people. Exactly. Me too, RoboJax. I've always supported the internet because it creates deeper knowledge of other people from all around the world. More understanding, more empathy. And that's what we need in 2025. We're going to bring it all back to what I said at the end of last year. Empathy, people. Empathy. That's what we got to bring back. We got to stop this whole culture of I got mine, fuck everybody else. We got to stop with that shit. We gotta squash that shit. Us critical-minded thinkers need to really band together now more than ever and defeat this monster called stupidity. We have to pull together, not apart. That's right. I know, this is a top tier adult conversation today. I know, we have to worry about our fellow citizens. You know, there's a lot of pain going on right now on this earth, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be an uphill battle, people. We have to fight through it. It's the battle. It's the battle of good and evil. And it's all on display. And guess what? The internet here in the United States, it ain't censored yet. It ain't censored yet. That's why we got that. The TikTok thing is a scam. It was a psyop by the Chinese government to see how many people would shill for China. That's what it is. I know this is a very unpopular opinion, especially from people who love TikTok. But that's what it was. These people unknowingly shilled for the Chinese government. And then they just accept. Oh, but I get so many views and let's not get started about false influence and how people use bots to influence large, vast numbers of people who are kind of open fucking minded and don't think for themselves. Oh, wow, he must be interested. There's 4,000 people watching. Do people really watch Neon and Ice Poseidon critically? Do people really watch that shit saying, oh, I'm going to learn, this is interesting. Seeing what's his name, Johnny Somali terrorizing people in fucking Korea. Is that really fucking? Is that something that's gonna really make me think? And This whole like rage fucking content. There's so much more important to life. There's so much more to life than such frivolity. Frivolous thought is like a toxic. It's just like an acid in your brain, and you're eating away your brain. And by the way, once you lose that brain, it ain't gonna come back. It ain't gonna grow back. I'm gonna tell you that right now. A whole population of invalids, self-created invalids. Good to see you, Frank. All you have to do is look around. Exactly, Betty. Exactly, Betty. Exactly. Betty nailed it on the head right there with that comment. Good to see you, Haley. Good to see you, Hank. So here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. It's time. The battle for your brain, good and evil, is now on display. Whose side are you on? It's been time. It's been time. Ain't that the truth? It's been time, baby. Shit. We're going into extra innings. Good to see you, Marty. Good to see you, Maria. It's snowing. We got a little bit of snow. But it's time, people. It's time. Don't accept shit that is just given to you. Okay? Don't accept it. Ingest it. And then evaluate it with your own mind, with your own thought, with your own knowledge on the subject. I know it's crazy. It's crazy, Rose. Rose, it's crazy. Nothing comes. Ain't that the truth, Joanne? Ain't nothing free in this society, baby. Ain't nothing free. We gotta, unfortunately now more than ever, we gotta work for everything. Even the smallest little things. We have to work for it. We gotta triple check, quadruple check everything, for God's sake. Because the time is there, because the time is now. Shadiz Ali thinks this is funny, so we'll send him to the bathroom too. There you go. You could go watch Ice Poseidon now and go play your Fortnite. We need to have a mental radar on 24/7. It's tiring, but we have to do it. Always K. Yeah, even gluten-free costs money. Good to see you, Travis. Follow your heart, follow your gut. We only have so much time. We only have so much time, so use it wisely. Use it wisely. God bless you, Braden. God bless you, sir. See, I have the fortitude and confidence to put myself on this little YouTube thing here and speak my mind. I don't expect all of you to agree with me. I don't want all of you guys to agree with me. But I hope my little words maybe will make you double check or think about something different. Maybe you might thinking what wrong watching TikTok felt like sitting in the Coliseum. Yeah, Joanne, that's what it is, Joanne. That's what it is. Short form content here on YouTube, that's what it is. It's the Coliseum. What's going to come next? Who's going to be fed to the lions? Do I look like Ty Lopez? I don't even know who Ty Lopez even is. But we got some snow here in Coney. We got snow. As the lights come on, time to go meet my beautiful wife. Get some coffee, head back to the house. Yeah, it's true, JW. Good to see a Papa Low Rider. Yeah, I am refreshed and young today. Got a haircut. shaved. I'll have hair in my face in a couple of days. It's coming back. But yeah, now you know my feelings about so many things now. Now you know how I really think. When I turn again, in closing, it's still raining by you, Cliff? It's gonna change over soon, Cliff. Just give it some time. In closing, and I sound like a broken record when I say this shit. You know, and for a lot of you guys who enjoy my content after the drone patrol stuff, now you understand where I was coming from. You guys now understand where I was coming from when I was doing the drone patrol stuff. That was comedy. That was comedy. But you never know what we might see, right, guys? We caught a shooting star or something like that. I don't know what the fuck we saw, but it was cool. It wasn't a fucking plane, that was for sure. But in closing, I appreciate that, RoboJack. Larry, thank you so much for becoming a member at dutchmazz Plus. Please enjoy the custom emojis. Vitilas, good to see you. In closing, I don't want to waste your time when I turn on this live stream. Okay? I don't want to waste your time. You know what I want to do? And fundamentally, what I want to do is entertain you. That's what I am. I'm an entertainer. It's comedy. You still want to hear me say Jimmy Hoffa? Is it Jimmy Hoffa's over there? Good to see you, Celtic Moon. Hugs all around indeed. I don't want to waste your time with frivolous shit. Life is too short for that. I want to give you some food for thought, some entertainment, some laughs. That's what I'm here for. And I appreciate that, Travis. It's time for me to get some coffee and have a warm up with my beautiful... Why does she come out here? I told her to wait for me in a Dunkin' Donuts, but see, look at this. I got the best woman in the world, guys. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have all of you guys who watch me, all the subscribers. I really do appreciate every single one of you, okay, guys? So, carpe diem, all right, people? Carpe diem. And from Stillwell Avenue, this is dutchmazz signing off. Have a fabulous New York day, whether you can afford to live here or not. Not me. Hug your loved ones, cherish the moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll probably see you guys on Tuesday. It's going to be cold. We'll be inside. Wasn't that a good rant? And you got fucking snow. I'll see you guys later, folks. Bye-bye.